I'm a comedy ball, and today I will be talking about fake bragging punchlines. Here, you're imitating a guy that would brag about himself. You can think of any type of thing worthy of bragging, like being too handsome, or too popular, or someone that should be feared for how badass he is. Doing this joke transmits a lot of security, because if you do this as a joke, then people will assume that you don't actually need to do it for real. And people who constantly need to talk wonders about themselves are usually the most insecure ones. If you don't know the person very much, like on a first date for example, you should start with more obvious jokes, because if your date doesn't catch the joke, then they might actually think that you are bragging and cringe. Exaggeration would be the best bet. For example, let's say you are crossing the street with a friend and the light turns red, so they hurry. Then you say, "Don't worry, they already know that when I cross the street, they have to stop." Or maybe you asked a man for directions and he was very rude, so then you can say to your friend, "I think he was a bit nervous." Why? I don't know, maybe they never talked with someone so handsome before. And you can even exaggerate into the absurd. Let's say you're walking with someone and a police car passes by, so of course they make the typical joke. "Hey, they are looking for you." So then you can answer, "Oh, it was the sexy police? So lucky they missed me." Maybe you think these jokes won't be very funny. It's true that some people don't like them, so if you make a couple and they don't land, don't do them anymore. But they would be an exception, because they are quite effective. For example, my editor can go outside wearing a shirt even when the temperature is very low. So of course everyone asks him, "Hey, aren't you cold?" "No, because my burning heart keeps me warm." Or, "How could I be cold if I'm so hot?" If these jokes whoosh and they miss them, then smile. That usually reveals them. But if you can't do a genuine smile, for whatever reason, then just exaggerate more. That will make it obvious. Let's go back to the first example. Maybe they never talked with someone so handsome before. Now you get an awkward silence. They are starting to think that you actually believe that. So then you could add, "This happens to me all the time. It's like I'm Brad Pitt or something." If somehow all that fails to show that you were joking, then just admit it and laugh about it. But usually that's not necessary. You can also do it indirectly, talking wonders about someone else but then realizing it was you all along. "Hey, who is this handsome man in this photo? Oh wait, it's me! Oh, of course." It doesn't have to be too obvious that you are pretending you don't know. "Who cleaned this room? They did an awesome job." "It was you." "Of course it was me. This place is beautiful now." You can also tell fake stories. For example, let's say you have a wound. "Hey, what's that cut on your face?" "Oh, last night I was walking home when 3 guys attacked me. After I reduced 2 of them, the third one pulled out a knife and I couldn't dodge in time, so that's how I got this. Don't worry, I apprehended the 3 of them and now they are in police custody." I would recommend exaggerating in your fake stories so it's obvious you are joking. So if your story isn't registered as a joke, then start exaggerating more. Or reveal it. "Yeah, I was scratched by my cat." You could get away with telling more believable stories, but if you have to tell others that your stories are fake, then when you are actually telling a real story, they will start to doubt you, and that might be annoying. But if you don't care about that, then go ahead. Now, once you know they enjoy this type of humor, you can land easy jokes just by imitating, meaning just brag. But brag about things other people think you shouldn't. "Did you see the muscles on that guy? Who cares if I can still kick his ass?" And that's funny because you are thin with 0 martial arts experience. The less you deserve the brag, the better the joke. And even better if you brag about something that's related to a weakness. If you're a fat man, you could say, "It's all pure muscle, look, take a look." If you're awkward or lonely, you can brag about how popular you are. Or if you're ugly, you can brag about how beautiful you are. But these things can sometimes be subjective. So if you think you're ugly, but she actually thinks you're beautiful, then the bragging joke will be less funny, and may be taken as a regular brag. So now, it's not a good idea to make these jokes out of nowhere. That's why I showed you examples where the opportunity to make them arises, the joke triggers basically. And to detect them is pretty easy. Every time you think you have the opportunity to brag, then you can make this joke. If you are with your friends and a girl smiles at you on the street, you helped a stranger, someone is laughing at your jokes a lot, you are thanked for a gift, etc. But remember, not every trigger is equal because not every bragging reason is equal. Some people think bragging about low grades is cool, Others think bragging about high grades is cool, and others just think bragging about your grades in general is lame. So for this bragging joke to land, they need to think that what you are bragging about is worth being proud of. That's all I have to say about fake bragging. Maybe you're wondering, how much do I have to pay in order to be able to watch the rest of your videos? Don't worry, my dear viewer, I'm actually a very generous guy. So even though my content is incredibly useful and entertaining, I will let you enjoy it for free as soon as I upload it. I know, it sounds too good to be true, but it is. This content that people would pay thousands of dollars to get, I'm actually giving it for free. And that's because I want to make the world a better, happier, and more peaceful place. And someone as smart as me should...
Okay, we got it, now shut up.